welcome back to my channel. My name is Sarah. I am the owner of BAMF Custom Creations. Today's video is going to be about glitter ombre tumblers. These are the two tumblers that I'm going to be working on in this video, and I'm going to be showing you how I glitter ombre with fine glitter using the epoxy method on both of these. Now, I will not be finishing these tumblers in this video. That will be another video. I just really wanted to focus on glitter ombres. Make sure you're following so you know when I post the finished product of these so you can see. I'm excited to get started, so let's go. So to get started, what we're going to do is we are going to base coat our tumblers. In this video, I will be using 30-ounce no taper skinnies from Griffin Blanks. I will have all materials listed below in the description and even some discount codes. Now, not everyone base coats their tumblers based on the color glitters that they're using, but I firmly believe that it helps bring out the vibrancy of the glitter colors. Plus, if you miss a spot of glitter, sometimes that base coat will cover up and not make it as noticeable. When you're using iridescent glitters like white or even iridescent pinks and purples and blues, based on the color of the base coat that you're using, it's going to change the color of the glitter, which I think is pretty cool too. But for the sake of this video, using colors close to the glitter that you plan on using as base on your cup will help give the ombre a blended effect if you are new to ombreing and are struggling a little bit. Now, I know it can be kind of hard to see in this video, but basically when you are spray painting your cups, especially if you're trying to do an ombre with spray paint, you're going to want to do short bursts and hold it at a slight distance. You're also going to want to hold your cup at an angle to help give an ombre effect. Now, it's not always going to be perfect. Some people can get perfect spray paint ombres. I am not one of them at all, but I've practiced this a lot. I really think that this helps my ombres. As you may have seen at the beginning of this video, I did add metallic marks as to which way I wanted the colors to go and which colors I wanted to do. That just helped me remember so that I didn't accidentally spray the wrong color. You could really use any type of marker to mark this just to make sure that you're on the right track because, hey, we're human, we all make mistakes. Now, you can sand your tumbler with like a 100 grit sanding block before you spray it and then wash it. I don't always do this, but I do find it helps with the drips. Once your spray painted tumbler is completely dry, now we are going to move on to glittering. So I tried something different with this video. I wanted to show you guys different angles because different angles will show the technique better. So I wanted to be able to show that. So sorry if this gets a little dizzy or confusing. I did my best. So I mixed 5 milliliters total, 2.5 of part A, 2.5 of part B of Ultra Clear Facet by Counterculture DIY, and that was enough to use on both of these 30-ounce tumblers. Now you can warm up your tumbler in front of a heater to make sure that you spread the epoxy thoroughly throughout, but make sure no matter what you do that it is a thin coat of epoxy, especially because we are using fine glitters. If you find your glitter looks wet after applying it onto an epoxied tumbler, it's probably because you're using way too much epoxy. You literally want to do the thinnest coat of epoxy that you possibly can. So sometimes after applying glitter, it can look like streaks or lines in the glitter, and it may just be because of the way the epoxy is laying. So what you'll see me do in this video is I just grab my torch and I quickly go over the epoxy to make sure it's kind of smooth. Now, I am using Fast Set epoxy. If you are not comfortable using Fast Set yet, I recommend using regular artist resin from CC DIY or their medium viscosity. So you want to start off by covering your bases. So if you're just doing 2 colors, you're going to want to cover the top line and the bottom line. Because I'm doing multiple colors, I'm just going to work from bottom to top. So I made sure that my base is covered, and once that was done, I went ahead and turned my cup up at an angle, as you'll see here, and then held my glitter up a little bit higher and then let the glitter fall. So I know the first one kind of went down a lot. So depending on the angle that you put the cup at is how far the glitter will fall and how much control you have. So you want to make sure you go all the way around the bottom of the cup, and then you'll move on to your next color. You can also turn the cup the other way, so upside down, and make sure that the glitter is covering that way as well. Now, all the glitter that I am using in this video is from Peachy Olive Glitters, and I'll have all the names listed below. So the next one that I'm using is like a Tiffany's blue greenish type color that I thought would look really good over the green base because it's still an iridescent type color. With this next color, I start off by gently tapping the glitter bottle and having my tumbler at an angle to let the glitter fall on its own into the bluish glitter. And then I turn my cup the other way so that I can start the ombre with the green and the yellow. You're basically just going to repeat this process that you just did with the green and the blue back and forth with every color going up the cup. I usually like to run through with my glitters at least once, doing the ombres, and then I'll go back and fill in anything that I feel needs a little bit more blending. I learned this method of ombreing from Jessica Flynn from Blend Sisters Boutique, so I'll be sure to tag her below. I always struggled with ombres because I was doing them on my turner. I was trying the sifting method, mixing the colors method, and I really don't feel like any of those work unless you have the tumbler in your hand because you have more control that way. Ombres are not meant to have straight lines across where you can clearly see the separation of colors. You want the colors to blend into one another. This is something that takes time and practice and patience. So if you don't get it right the first time, don't give up, just try it again. So once you're done with all your colors, there is an option to help it blend a little bit more by adding an iridescent white over top of the entire thing to fill in any gaps. I like to use Bright from Peachy Olive Glitters. I think it's a great option and it has a lot of rainbow colors in it. And honestly, you could pour Bright over the just spray painted base that's ombre, and that will also give you the ombre effect. So here we go to the next cup. once you're done with your glittering, you'll let your epoxy cure and then you'll move on to the next step, which I'll show in another video coming soon. So stay tuned. Thanks for watching.